Hello guys, MAVERICK is back from the World Cup Pokemon Round 1 action, but instead of covering other people's game, today I was the one playing. My opponent is Stella Freres from Team France. He was an OST finalist against me from Team India. Team India's score currently was 9-12, and this was a must-win game. If we lose this, we are out of the playoffs race. And I decided to load up Uxie and some heat. So I hope you guys enjoy this vid, and let's get into the analysis. So to start off, I decided to load a hyper offense as my opponent loaded a bulky team. He also loaded Skeledurge, which is a very bad matchup, into my Uxie, which I wanted to use because of some heat shit. He also has a Tinglu, Covenite, Zamazenta, Baxcalibur, Gloking. So overall, my matchup is looking very bad here. But let's see what we can do. So for my team, this is lead Hydreigon, which you don't usually see, but I decided to use this because of heat, and it can be useful because it can Dark Pulse flinch other leads, and no one expects this to be Rock's lead, so people try to pivot around it thinking it's the Terrasteel subset, and I can Rocks and try to Draco and stuff. This also has Head Smash, so once the opponent activates the Sash, I can Head Smash and Suicide, not allowing Covenite or other stuff to defog or set hazards like Samurot's Ceaseless Edge. And so yeah, so I decided to lead Samurott here because it's my lead. I also considered Azumarill on Tinglu lead, which was pretty obvious it was going to be. But then I thought it doesn't make much sense because he'll most likely go into Covenite or Skeledurge again. And I would need to double, but he goes back into Tinglu, so I get some momentum, but that's a bit of a risky play, and I have to hope that he leads Tinglu. So I think leading Hydreigon was good. I expected Tinglu lead, obviously. I didn't anything else made much sense. So yeah, let's get into the match. I lead Hydreigon and he leads Tinglu. So here I nicknamed by Maverick Shooters because I nicknamed most of my teams ending with this, and it's become a huge meme. So this situation, I've tested the team a lot, and this has happened a lot of times. In here I always do Rocks on Hydreigon as Tinglu Rocks or clicks Ruination. If they click Ruination, they'll click Rocks next turn. If they click Rocks, they'll click Ruination next turn. And it has become a pattern which I've realized. So I decide to Rocks, and I see what he's trying to use. He clicks Ruination, okay. So now I know he's going to click Hazards, or he'll try to Ruin it again. Now he sees that I'm Rocks and I'm not Leftovers, so I might be something else, probably Focus Sash. So I think he's gonna Ruinate or Earthquake again. And since I can go into Dragapult, the reason is Tinglu can take a hit from basically my entire team and can just Whirlwind, and Echo really hates Tinglu. So my goal is to chip it down as soon as possible so I can try to set up win with something else. And yeah, so I decided to go into Dragapult to set screens, Curse and Will-O-Wisp. He sets Rocks. As I predicted, I click Wisp and I miss, which is very unfortunate because I wanted to chip this down as soon as possible, but it's the name of the game, so what can you do? He clicks Ruination. Another reason was I was lead Hydreigon and I didn't lead Dragapult, so he could have thought this could be some other set. Now looking at the rest of the team, it can be deduced that this is screens, but other sets could be a possibility because I lead Hydreigon. So yeah, I miss Will-O-Wisp, I click Reflect, he Earthquakes, then I Will-O-Wisp again, he clicks Earthquake, now Light Screen, as he clicks Earthquake again. Now I get to Curse. I personally don't know if it should switch or not. He could switch into Gloking because me clicking Curse is the most obvious play there is. But him going into Gloking allows my Roaring Moon to come in, and his team doesn't really want to come into Roaring Moon because Roaring Moon has potential to 6-0 this team with Taunt Set. Now I am not Taunt Set, but he doesn't know that, so he doesn't want to risk a turn which allows Roaring Moon to set up and sweep. So he could have gone Gloking or could have gone into something else, but I think staying in was fine as well. And so yeah, I Curse, he stays in, clicks Whirlwind I think. Yeah, clicks Whirlwind in case I switched. Now I decide what I want to do. Here I see I don't want to go into Roaring Moon because it can't kill and I'm not Taunt. I don't want to waste Valiant's booster energy, and I'm a fun set which you guys see later on. And I think it has potential to win. I can't go Uxie because Tinglu will just Whirlwind it out. I don't want to go Hydreigon because I can Draco, yes, but that allows other things to come in. My Hydreigon can't do much stuff. So I decided to go Azumarill because Play Rough has chance to kill, and it forces in either Skeledurge or Covenite. If I belly drum here, Covenite will switch on to Skeledurge anyways. So at the end of the day, Skeledurge will be forced into it. and it will have to Terra. And my main goal was to force Skeletors to Terra, waste Terra early, and see what Skeletors' Terra was. The Skeletor is the biggest problem to my team because my Uxie will sweep his entire team if Skeletors goes down, because this Tinglu has been chipped with Bone already, which was all I needed, so leftovers is negated, so I can beat Tinglu 1v1 even as the last mon. So my only goal is to waste Terra early, chip Skeletors as much as possible, and try to win with Uxie. Now for him, Roaring Moon is an extremely big threat as well, because he doesn't know I'm not taunt, and if I'm taunt, it will become a very big trouble for him. So here I decide to just play rough instead of Belly Drum, because Belly Drum is not useful. He'll go Skeletors anyways and Terra. So same thing. I click play rough, I don't get the roll. He clicks Ruination, does 44%. I get Citrus Berry and he dies to Burn and Curse. So now he goes into Skeletors. Over here, he could have gone into Covenite or Gloking, because I had not clicked Belly Drum yet. If he went into Gloking, I could have Belly Drum, because I think I left this Sludge Bomb behind screens and I could Liquidation. But the thing is that he'll probably need to sack something then, and then bringing the Skeletors. So, and I don't know if he wanted to sack something yet, because Skeletors was free. If he terra'd, he killed the Azumarill anyways, and I didn't have to force him to sack something. So I think the Skeletors play was fine. I knew Terra was guaranteed coming. Over here, I wanted to scout for Wisp. The main reason was, if it's Wisp, I'm pretty sure it will be spread F, and so my Valiant won't be able to do much, because my Valiant is completely special and it'll just get walled by Skeletors. So if I know it's spread F, I won't go for a Valiant endgame. But if he doesn't show Wisp, I can try to gamble the fact that he might be Fizz Def, and I try to win with Valiant, because I'm going to force Terra on this turn. So I go into Hydreigon to scout for Wisp, and Hydreigon resists both his stabs anyways. He Terra Waters, clicks Torchsong, doesn't click Wisp. So I'm thinking he might not have Wisp. So here I click Draco Meteor, because Skeletors is unaware, so Draco Meteor will 2-hit KO. Over here I reveal Head Smash. Head Smash, as I said, was because if I activate Focus Sash, it lets me suicide, and it's also for Enamorous to kill it. So I Head Smash, Covenite comes in, I click Head Smash again, so it doesn't allow it to defog or do any, or click U-turn. I can just Head Smash, kill myself, waste a turn. Now whatever Covenite clicks, I can go into Azumarill and Encore it. That has happened. I go into Azumarill, I click Encore. The reason was, if he goes into something else, he could go into Skeletors, but I'll just play rough chip it, and I'll try to scout for Wisp. If he does show Wisp, as I said, I'll try to go for a Roaring Moon endgame, because I don't have anything else left to do, and I'll try to chip the Skeletors with Roaring Moon enough for Uxie to win. Or I'll try to use Uxie as Skeletor's bait and try to win with Roaring Moon. So yeah, and he didn't have any other play. I click Encore. As he clicks Iron Defense, I see his Rocky Helmet, and so I deduce the fact that it's a Roost Iron Defense Body Press U-turn. He could have Bravered over U-turn, but I can't. I'm not in a position to try to predict that. So I just think it's gonna be Roost Iron Defense Body Press U-turn, and I go into Uxie. The reason to go Uxie was, I can't go into Roaring Moon. It's Rocky Helmet plus Iron Defense, and Encore has only 1 or 2 turns left. I can't go into Iron. I can go into Iron Valiant, but I'm still not 100% sure if it's Wisp or not. So I'd like to scout once again for it being Wisp, and then I can try to for Valiant. And I can't go Azumarill because it's Rocky Helmet, and I can't Belly Drum because if I Belly Drum, Rocky Helmet will kill me. Azumarill was the what do you call it? Uxie was the only play. Now because it's Encore and Uxie, this is Calm Mind Store Power, so it forces in Skeletors to come in no matter what. I click Calm Mind just in case if he stayed in, I would have been a huge I would been in a very bad position. So I have to Calm Mind to force him to go to Skeletors. He goes hard Skeletors here on the Calm Mind. And now once again, he's unaware. Store Power will need to be at like +3/+3, and then Store Power will do some good damage. Currently, I still don't know if it's Wisp. He could also Torch Song, but I'm trying to find if it's Wisp. If it's Wisp Hex, I think you would do that here because it just negates leftovers, and then Hex becomes extremely powerful, and I don't know if I can break through that. So I go into Azumarill here because I want to save Uxie. The thing is, if Roaring Moon or Iron Valiant or if anything can chip Skeletors down enough, Uxie will win no matter what. So my goal is to just chip this Skeletors and try to figure out this set. The whole game is reliant on this. He clicks Torch Song here. So now I'm ready to take the gamble. This is not Wisp. If it's Wisp, then so be it. But if it's not Wisp, I'll assume it's Fizdef, and I'll try for a Valiant endgame now. Because with Valiant endgame, I'll try to either chip Skeletor's or kill it, either of which allows Uxie to endgame the match. He clicks Totsong. I try to click Play Rough. I'm max speed, but his Skeletor's even faster, so it shows me that he's probably like 128 speed, 128 defense, max HP. It clicks Totsong twice. Now over here, I can go into Iron Valiant or Roaring Moon. The thing is, if I go into Roaring Moon now, I force off the Skeletors, because if I click Terrafly Acrobatics, I live the Totsong, and it's in 2-hit KO range. And if the Skeletor is in 2-hit KO range, Valiant has very good chance to win this. So I predict he'll try to go into Covenite, because if I DD, he can body press, and yeah. And if I click Crunch, it will live anyways, and he has Rocky Helmet, so that's a good play. He could go into Zamazenta, but Zamazenta actually dies too. If I DD, the Acro will kill the Zamazenta, and he's already used his Terra. I click Crunch because my goal was to force the Skeletors out. I knew I can't kill it, and I don't want to waste the Terra right now. It can be useful on Iron Valiant and Uxie. So I click Crunch, forcing Skeletors out. He goes into Covenite. Over here, I know it's Iron Defense, Roost, Body Press, U-turn, and as I said, if it's Brave Bird over U-turn, he wins the game. I can't do anything about it, but I'm pretty much sure that it will be U-turn. So over here, I know it's gonna Iron Defense or Roost. I double into Iron Valiant, predicting that. Now I reveal the Iron Valiant set. I'm Calm Mind, Shadow Ball, Moon Blast, and Substitute. So over here, he shows U-turn. He goes into Slowking. I still have my Terra, and I see that I'm Terra Ghost. So I see that I have two options. I can either substitute on the Sludge Bomb, or I can just Terra Ghost kill it. The reason I decided to Terra Ghost and kill this directly was because if I subbed and he Future Sighted, then he could go into Baxcalibur. I shot, break the sub, and then Future Sight hits me, which is very bad for me because then it's in Skeletor's kill range and it can just Totsong, and I don't want Iron Valiant to die yet, because even if Skeletor's gets chipped to like 50%, it's still not enough. And Roaring Moon has ran through his boost energy. It no longer has Terra either, so it can't kill Skeletors either. So I can't risk my Valiant getting solo, so that I can't even chip Skeletors anymore. So I have to Shadow Ball, kill this, and then he has only one option left. Zamazenta dies, Baxcalibur dies, Covenite can't touch me, so he has to go into Skeletors. He does go into Skeletors. Now the thing is, the roll is 35% to 2-hit KO. Now I need to get lucky, but there's also the fact that I can crit my Moon Blast, and my main goal is to just chip it down to like 10% so that my Roaring Moon and Uxie can win. So even if I don't get the 2-hit KO roll, my goal is to just keep it below 10 to 20% and I can win. Now I click Moon Blast, I get 48%, which is decently high roll. He clicks Totsong, and I die. I could die, but I get Moon Blast high roll. This is max roll is 53. I get 52. But as I said, this doesn't matter in that Valiant sweeps now. But the thing is that even if I didn't get this, my Uxie and Roaring Moon would have won, because if on Roaring Moon Covenite comes in or Zamazenta comes in, I can go into Uxie. I'm Calm Mind, substitute stored power, so I will win no matter what. And I can Draining Kiss the Baxcalibur back, and I can Draining Kiss on the Zamazenta as well. So the goal was to just chip Skeletors down, but I was very happy that this killed. And then he goes to the Covenite. Then I reveal my last move being Substitute, and this Covenite can't touch me because it's Iron Defense and Iron Defense Roost Body Press. It goes into Baxcalibur. Even if he's Ice Shard, doesn't matter. None of his other things can touch me, and he shows that he's not Ice Shard, and so I kill with Moon Blast and he forfeits and I win the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This was my debut match. I'm 1-0 now, and if you like this video, like and subscribe. See ya later.